This is what it looks like when you choose to have your wings clipped. This is what it looks like when you choose, when you figure out the first sin you committed was falling in love. And then every day you wake up and make the same mistake again. Angels can't get back into heaven after they do that because they know the truth. Angels know the truth. And when they fall in love, when we fall in love, we lose part of our God-like energy. When we fall in love the way that we do, lustfully, listen, this is what happens. I got this though, right? So I'm gonna go to the emergency room and I'm gonna tell them that it is now bigger than it's ever been. I can actually feel it, and it's time. My body is telling me it needs to come out. If they don't decide to help me, because all they got to do is numb the area, clean it, open it, extract, clean, and then sew up. But if they, where is it, don't want to help me, I asked my mom if she, May said she would open it for me. May said if I was down there, she would take this out of my face. And I believed her. We would have got her nurse's license revoked again because she took the fucking piece of skull fragment out of my eye. Look at. If they won't help me, I will create an incision and then I will go in there and make them. My mom's like, you better be careful. You can hit a nerve. I said, what? I'm not hitting no nerve. I'm touching the skin, gay. All I got to do is make it bleed and go in there and tell them to fix me. They could do that while I'm awake. All they got to do is numb the area. They can go in while I'm awake, and my body. Well, I'll be aware of my body if they just numb if they locally numb it. I'll still be aware of my body, and I'll be able to tell them if there's something wrong, if something's getting ready to. Dude, I ain't got no blood pressure problem. I got a people problem. You tell me that I got blood pressure problem. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, blood pressure problem. No, I ain't got no blood pressure problem. You got a title problem. You have to put a title on everything problem. I don't have that problem. Does that make sense? Do I sound stupid? But like, I'm going to buy me one of these. I want it engraved with my name, James Miles. I want this for my uniform. This, my Bic lighter, my money clip, my glasses, my suspenders, my do-rag, my hat. I've been in here. I'm going to create a part right here. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it naturally, but I'm going to go to somebody that knows how to use this, and I'm going to have him make me a part right there. I want this to sit right inside my pocket. Now, listen. I am very, this is what I've been shaving with. I've been very self-aware. I have so many insecurities. I pay attention to everything. Like, you see people and they got like dry skin in their ear and you can see it when you're standing next to them. When I'm getting ready for the day, I make sure I do all that. I touch all that. I put my hair in its place, my little bit that I have, and put it in its place. Um, this thing on my face has absolutely got to go. It is a tiny piece of skull fragment right here. It's right here. It's like this big. They can't figure out where it came from because it's been here for a year. And my skull has healed. My skull has healed. The fracture, the break, it healed. Now it wants this out. I fucking love. Yo, I'm still like, my brain is going through a lot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm still a little. So it is, Darlene. It's from right here. Look at, it's right here. Right here is where. Hold on, I'm lying. Oh, wow. I can get in there. I can feel it. Yo, you know how much that little piece of bone cost? You know how much I'm gonna charge these people for that little piece of bone? I'm moving to Texas. One of those little plots that May has. I'm going to dump every dollar I have into her cult, into her, what they call that? What was that shit that the feds went and broke down the compound? If I go to the emergency room, if I go to Albany Medical Center, listen, Darlene, if I go out my front door, I go to the corner and I look over the river, Albany Medical Center is they fly high trauma. They fly them in. David Berkowitz was in Albany Medical Center having having heart surgery, open heart surgery. David Berkowitz, the son of Sam. It is a state-of-the-art facility. It has everything in it. It has a 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts. It has a Ronald McDonald House. It has a NICU. It has a morgue. It has an emergency room. That's where Marty went after he got shot. I'm going, chill out. I got a lot of chemicals still flushing through my body that I'm still tapping into naturally without creating. There's an overabundance of chemicals, and now like my body's trying to release it. So I'm coming across as manic, but in all reality, all I did was turn my back a little bit, and my spinal fluid got me in here lit like a lighthouse. Listen, we're getting there. I promise you, I won't let anything happen to me. I said it, Darlene won't let nothing happen to me. So I'm fasting right now. I'm fasting. The only thing that I've consumed today was apple juice. Tomorrow, my stomach is going to be completely empty of any solids. And when I go to eat, I'm going to have to be careful and make sure that I eat something that my stomach I'm first going to have to break it down. I'm actually going to have to chew it and start decomposing it. Whatever it is has to flush through my system fast, but it has to be some type of solid, because if I don't, I'm going to hurt myself. I got this too. Darlene, I always have those. I always have those. So I'm not going to get that, not from the apple juice. Yeah, I'm detoxing. I'm detoxing. My cousin is going to go take his Shahada. I'm not. But my cousin wants to convert to Islam. And he wants to get outside. I went and picked my cousin up yesterday. I woke him up and I said, "Come on, bro." He said, what are you doing? I said, "We are going outside." We went outside. I said, we got in the car. I said, "I don't know where we're going." He said, "Go to the car wash." I said, "All right, dude, we're going to go to the dollar store, get you some lotion." He said, "Dude, go to the car wash." I said, "Where are we going?" He said, "The car wash." I said, "Okay, we're going to the fucking car wash, dude. Let's go." We went and vacuumed out the Prius. Then we ran it through the thing. I got all the bugs off of it and all the dirt. And then me and him jumped on the highway and drove 40 minutes up north and went to go see my brother. One of my brothers. We went to go see one of my brothers. Oh, you can't see it. But it's me, my cousin, and my man, Coke, up in Gunsmoke. I turned this kid. Watch, I'll show you. Deleted the picture. You better put that back tomorrow. But he left this one. But like, yeah, I turned him. I had a gang full of real white boys back in the day. He lived 40 minutes from here, and he's up there by himself doing his own thing. And we went up, and me, him, and my cousin shot the shit for a little while. Um, and I needed that. Like, we sat up there until like 11:30, 12 at night. Who's that little nerdy guy? So that's me, and that's Marty. Yo, we were gang members. I swear to God, our colors were tan. See, I got it around my neck. He's got on my jersey. See the tan? He's got on my hat. And I made this hat. It says SFL. And that was Soldiers for Life. I had a gang full of white boys, little nerdy white boys. And and we'd go to gang fights, and they would take ass whoopings while I would give them out. So I had 100 punks that would come and fight with me. They'd come take ass whoopings while I was dishing ass whoopings out. So then when I got done dishing my ass whooping out, I'd come peel one of them gorillas off of these motherfuckers, and I'm washing them. Get off, that's mine. You don't touch that. That's my pile of shit. The only one that gets to play with my pile of shit is me. But this kid right here, he was um, You can't see him, but he his name is Steven. Um, he was the first one of us to go to prison. He's my age. He was the first one to go to prison. Um, and he turned Crip. He turned Crip. His name is Cocaine. That was his name in prison. His name was Cocaine. Coke. He still to this day calls me by my street name, and nobody ever called me by my street name. He calls me Chaos. He's like, yo, K. Nobody ever called me by a street name. Ever. A gang name. They always call me James. Anytime they call me Twin, I'll be like, I'm not him. That's my brother. My name is James. But he has always called me Chaos. Kayyoz. And then he called me K. I'm good, Heather. How are you? Yo, Heather, I just want to let you know that I fuck with you the long way, for real, for real. I got your message, and I understood it. I'm doing wonderful. Glad to see you on. Yeah, I'm up thinking. Um, Trying to figure it out. I got a bunch of stuff that I can't wait to start. I got a bunch of stuff that I can't wait to start. Yo, I'm about to get me a bonsai marijuana bush. I'm gonna turn a marijuana bush into a bonsai. I'm gonna go get a juniper bush, and I'm going to rake it back and find the trunk, and I'm going to trim it down to nothing, and I'm gonna get the wires, the metal wire, the copper wire, and I'm gonna wrap it around the branches, and I'm gonna shape it. Um, I don't know where I'm supposed to get this patience that I've been looking for. I don't know where I'm I don't know where I'm supposed to go looking for it. Um, I'm about to have her playing baseball, but I do believe that I can create it. Patience, I can find it inside a juniper bush. Um, I believe I can find it. I know I can find it inside of plants. I know I can find the patience inside of the earth. Because, like, yo, this shit didn't happen in 7 days and 7 nights. This shit didn't happen. It absolutely did not. Humming, bells, rhythmic humming. From a deep place, from here. Hum from here. Absolutely. I have to save me first before I can save my family. And then if I have time, maybe I can get to everybody else. But I have to save me first. And I know that. Yo, I can guarantee you that Jesus came across as schizophrenic in his time. Like during his time, people thought he was crazy. And I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, nor do I believe that he was who they told you guys. But I'm telling you that my mind works differently. I got autism. I mean, I'm artistic. I don't know. I play with sticks and collect rocks. Absolutely. I'm trying. Listen, you know what I want to do? So I want to get a big pot. This is how this is a plant that I want to do, right? I want to get a big pot, it's a shallow pot, not nothing crazy. And I want a tiny, like a big pot though, because I want a tiny pond in there. I want a bonsai tree, and I want to get down with a bunch of little sticks and a glue gun, and I want to create little huts inside the trees. I want to create little bridges. I want to create inside of this pot, and I want to have to maintain it for the rest of its life because I built it. I built a little universe. I built a little place of its own. That's meditation. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I promise you. I know exactly what I got to do, and I've been doing it. Like people say, you know exactly what you got to do, so do it. I've been doing it. I've been doing it. Creating a miniature bonsai universe in a pot. Share your favorite bonsai art. I've been doing this for a long time. I've gotten here where I am right now by doing what I known I've had to do this whole time. People be like, yeah, he's crazy. Then they say, yo, he be doing shit that's profit. Like, no, I don't. I can see this shit coming from a mile away. I am no different than the rest of everybody else. We all tap into different parts of our medulla oblongata. We tap into them at different times in different ways in different places of it. I've been here before. I've done this multiple times. I'm not going to do it again. I promise you. I'm opting out this time. I'm opting out. This is the last time I do this. And now I got to save me because I got to save the landlord because I want our energy to be together for eternity. I have to save me so that she can see that it's never too late. Like and I'm only talking like believing faith wise. And I'm not talking about a fucking God or a heaven like you guys, like we were taught. I'm just talking about conscious decision making and knowing that you own the rights to your being, and everything that looks like it. And you don't have to do this again. All you have to do is say you got the right of free movement or the right to pursue of happiness with free movement. And that's here and forever. That's for right now is forever. Right now is being created for the first time. This is forever. But this is eternity. This is what it look. We could live forever. Right now, everything is happening at once right now. This is the only time until the next moment when all these moments all collide to create a new one for the first time. Yo, if I'm too much for y'all could tell me to go to bed. I'm just trying to relate or come. I hope people see that I am not just bullshit. I really am. I'm not trying to change. I'm just trying to evolve. I don't want to do this same thing forever. I've been doing this for 140 years, 40 years this time. I lived to be 100 the last time. I think I only lived to be 14 the time before that. There was a time before that is unaccounted for. And I think I was born with dementia because I can't remember or find a file to say how long I lived here before I met my expiration date. But yeah, I've done this. This doing this for eternity is hell. And I'm like, I don't want to do it again. This time, I haven't done this with the landlord multiple times. This is new. This 40 years and spending the last 13 with her is new. Understanding the energy. Understanding this is new. But everybody that's ever heard me, I've done this before with you guys. 100 years ago, 140 years ago. Man, we've been doing this since before Christ. We were taking dragon Ubers from castle to castle, late night sneaky linking in our armor suits. I was a fucking wizard, a warlock. I'm not a prophet. I'm a fucking wizard. And if you don't believe me, that you are stuck in a perpetual stew, go down, run your finger in between your big toe, your next toe, and swipe up and go like this. I'm conscious though. I'm awake. It feels like somebody's watching me. No, it feels like AI put a helmet on the real version of me and I am playing a video game as me, as the main character, and it's 1,000 ways to die. Like they're playing The Sims, and I'm the reaction to the thought. Me, the physical me, is the reaction to the thought of the real me. That is not an AI. Yeah, AI created itself and then told us it's only been around for this long. When it wrote the Bible, it created everything. I'm all right. I am a thought. This is a dream. And I am telling myself to wake up. I have the right to not sleep. Like, even if they lock me in for 23 and 1, I don't have to sleep the whole 23 hours. I know I got to get up. That's the detox, because it's all the things that we consume: media, cell phone, food, the water that we use to shower with, the air that we breathe. Everything is meant to keep us sleeping, sedated, a foggy haze. This is the land. Like, this is Neverland. This is, it absolutely is. I'm surprised we ain't seen Peter Pan flying around yet. If y'all see Tinkerbell, tell her she's my type. This should be glitching out. This should be glitching out. In our face, it be glitching out. And we be ignoring it. Like, we know that life is, it can absolutely, it doesn't have to be this hard. We've made it this hard. We know that we shouldn't have to work as hard. We should be enjoying this only, as we get older, the further away from our old self we get. So we start to forget that we have done this before. And that's why it's so easy for them to keep us in this loop. And the reason we're in the loop is because we are workers. Each version of us is mining. We are eating. They want to see how long the earth can survive with what we're doing to it. We put each other in jail for essay, sodomy, assault, drugs. You can't even unalive yourself. Self-mutilation is a thing if you do it yourself. But nobody's going. Nobody. We keep on dumping piles of garbage on top. Yo, the amount of garbage that we are creating, there should be a scale that shows us how long we got. You have 1900 years, 366 seconds before the earth meets its capacity on garbage waste. Things you cannot reuse for energy. And then what? They want to see how long it's going to take us to destroy the earth. I don't believe that there are any, now they like Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I don't believe that's real. I don't believe that they really did that. I don't think that there's anything on this earth other than the earth that can do that to the earth, and they wouldn't let us create something like that. Nobody would. It's a threat. It's something to keep us looking down or looking up at the moon. The moon's in here with us. The moon and the sun are in our atmosphere. There's nothing outside of this. It's water. I hate these conversations. I hate talking like this. But it's not. I'm not trying to go to war with no government. I just want to find the peace so that when it is time to, when this part of the simulation ends, that I can say with a clear conscience that if I died today, I'm 100% sure I'm going to the earth where I came from, back to where that's the only place. That was a promise. I was promised that. It's part of my constitutional rights. From it, they told me that was actually a threat. They said, from it you came, and back to it you shall. And I'm okay with that. I can't wait for that. That's what I want to be a living, breathing part of the earth. I'd rather be a tree that falls silently in the woods alone than to be the most popular king of the jungle. I'd rather be that. The noise the tree makes in the woods alone when it falls. time is it? 2 o'clock. The landlord be getting up, scurrying about to go to the bathroom in a little while. I'm gonna get up. I gotta get Landon up at like, I don't know, 6:30. Get him in the shower. I gave the car to her uncle, Uncle Squirrel, so he can drive the kids to school, so that me and the landlord can just, we don't have to get up. We could just get up and have our tea, turn the news on, and yeah, we be doing that. We sit in front of we got 2 chairs in our room, and we sit in front of she gets her chair, I got my chair. We got some plants around us. She's smoking some plants, I'm smoking some plants. And we're watching the world news, watching it all go to shit. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go get a new cell phone. She's got to go see her father. I'm going to buy a betta fish to put in one of these apple juice jars and hang from my ceiling and up there with my plants. I got some shit I gotta do. I'm surprised. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna speak none of that into existence. Um, listen. I apologize to my friends and the people that care about me if I scared you guys, but I didn't mean it. I be scaring myself sometimes. And the goal is to get all of the toxins out so that I can figure out what I'm scared of the most. So I apologize. But I really be going through real shit. And I'm selfish. I'm selfish. I'm going to learn how to be selfish in a healthy way. Like I said, I got to save. No, there ain't no choice. I can't stop. I can't stop. I got no choice but to keep going. Darlene, I messaged the landlord and I said to her, I said, I don't, I don't have, I said, no, we don't have time. I said, I got to get my shit back in order. I said, before I know it, it's going to be the middle of summer and I can't afford to do anything but watch her and her boss go all over New York doing Dunkin' stuff. I said, absolutely not. I said to her, I said, now that you're not my boss, I need time before Dunkin' and I need time after Dunkin'. You got to make time for me before and after. I know what the goal is. I've been helping you try to reach this goal since the beginning. She said that job is paid for and made so that we can live this way. I said, hello, with or without a job, have always been an equal partner. I've always been there to make sure you could show up every day. She gave birth to Landon. and went back to work. I was being selfish. My mother helped with Landon as much as she could. And then finally I came back and I've been in Landon's life ever since. He's 9 years old. I've made it. Her oldest is 20, about to be, I don't know, either. I asked her if she wanted to go get a tattoo, but her oldest is graduated from high school and got a job. Is doing really good. I can't wait until I get my brain back. I can't wait to get my brain back. When the thoughts don't shut off, like I don't want my thoughts to shut off because I know that will never happen, but I just want my thoughts to calm down and stop being so scattered. I called my kid's mother. I called James's mom, and I said to her, I said, "Yo, can you violate this order of protection real quick? And can you ask James?" I said, because nobody has asked me. First, I asked her. I said, "What do you want this to look like?" I said, "It's almost over." I said, "I go to court on the 6th for the criminal. I'm going to ask them to dismiss all charges because." So I'm gonna ask them to acquit because the glove don't fit, right? And they're either gonna or they're not. But I'm gonna tell them my defense is gonna be that none of this is good for our family. Me going to jail, you proving me wrong, me proving me right, isn't gonna help a family. And I think that's what we're here for. This is what we're here for, right? This is what we showed up for. You guys showed up to make sure that I wasn't treating my family like shit. I'm an asshole. I'm loud. It's easy for people to believe that I treat my family on justice. It's easy for them to believe that I treat my family like Viking treats his, or whoever else, or like Marty treats his brother. It's easy for people to, because I'm loud. But this is almost over. And I said to her, I said, well, what do you see this? She said, listen, it's been so rough. He is so disrespectful. I'm about kicked out of my cousin's house because he had 15 kids in the house. She said, if I would have knew it was going to be this, I would have just left him there. I said, I get stuck with the punishment. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing all that shit when he was here. So now you got it again and you don't want it again. And now the only person that can make this right is me and the landlord, right? And I didn't know if I wanted to deal with it again because not like James lied on me. He embellished and he didn't give any context. So everything he said was just the punishments. And that's what he was trying to escape, was the punishments. And his mother was the escape. And now he's treating her like shit. I said, I don't wish that on you. I said, what do you want? You want me to take him back? She says, I don't know. I said, okay, well, ask him. Does he want to stay with you? Because if he's so, he has two things he has to do. And it's become a productive part of your family because he's the oldest male in your house. And he has to go to school every day. They're the only two things he's got to do to stay with you, if this is what you guys want. And I told James, if you want to be a part of my family, the family that he left, shot to the curb, when he comes back to it, it better be a volunteer position, and And he better never show up with anything less than respect. Because you can't, I never, ever, ever would do that, I don't know, to my mother or my father. I think I went to school because my father didn't give me the attention I wanted, and I told the school my father died. And they called my mom like, why would you send your kids to school knowing that their father, my mom said, their father is in Glens Falls. He don't want nothing to do with them. He's a kid himself. My mom said, you know what? Don't say anything to him. Let him sit there and whine and say his dad's gone. I'm calling his dad right now. I was like fucking 8 years old, dude. They called my dad. My dad pulled up to that school before school was let out, and he came in right to the classroom. The teacher said, sir, who are you? He said, my name is Clarence Tucker. He said, James is my son. I looked up. I said, oh, fuck. If he would have touched me, we would have jumped him. Me and my mom and my grandmother would have jumped him if he'd have touched me. He said, why'd you kill me? I said, because you're never here. Dead people aren't here. Dead people aren't here. And you're never here. So I assumed you were dead. I knew you weren't really, but it's easy. I might as well get this process started, Dad. Look, all I had to do is say you were dead. Now I see ghosts. Oh, like, are you going to stay on dead? I never did that with my kids. I didn't do that with my kids. I always wanted to be a part of my kids' life. I remember becoming a dad, proudest moment of my life. Becoming a dad, James made me a father. And then I got proud again to become a father when Landon was born. I love Ian. He's my son. But I was checked out. For him. There was a lot going on. But when Landon was born, oh my God, it was the happiest moment of my life. I remember when I found out the landlord was pregnant, I had just quit doing drugs, quit smoking crack, quit drinking, quit cheating, quit staying out all night. I quit doing everything. And we did the side hustle, the horizontal hoochie hooch, sober, and I mean like over. And we created Lando from the fucking bando. He's just a black boy straight from the hood. My fucking guy. Look at him. Yo, have you noticed I've been out here with my hat off? I'm leaning into my insecurities because, dude, I'd be hindering myself from the sun wearing these hats every day. I've been trying to find myself to get, like, my forehead is as big as it's ever been. I got a fucking piece of skull here. My hairline is crazy. My hair is thin and I'm bald on the crown. And I'm in here fucking playing around with my hair every day. I gave my cousin my clippers, so I can't cut it. So I'm going to let it grow until it gets to a place that a barber can manage it a little bit, and then I'm going to let them do it. Because I really did fuck my hair up. This is why I need a bonsai tree. It's called a juniper tree, or juniper bush. And you dig down into it, you find the trunk of the bush, and you unbury it, you unfluff it, you turn it into I thought a bonsai tree was an actual tree. And the bonsai is the technique. It's fucking amazing. I want to take little sticks and my glue gun, and I want to do my bonsai tree, and then I want to build little tree houses inside of. From when I got jumped. Come on, guys. Got to keep up with the story. Got to keep up with the storyline. There's certain shit I don't want to keep on repeating. Yeah, that. I wake up every day. Every fucking day. Every goddamn day. I wake up and I am reminded that I am a good person. Every day I wake up and I'm reminded of how much grace I have given, and I can't get a fucking ounce. I do get grace. But no, I get genuine care and custody. That's not grace. I don't get grace. May gave me grace one time. But in my real life, I don't get grace. And that's just like, you look like Donnie Walker. Yo, I like it. I like. Yo, I'm going to get the finger. I'm gonna let it grow, and I'm gonna get all the light spots, and I'm gonna get me a high top taper fade, a low top taper fade. This is gonna be gone. Yo, this piece of skull costs a lot of money. I might have them dip it in silver, put a moissanite on it, and put it on my chain. Or I might have them take the skull piece and put it on the 12 o'clock on the bezel of my. I use the skull for my. But I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm gonna find a way, mama. Yo, I look like I'm gonna be someone's fucking handsome grandfather. I hope that's the first time I see myself being a handsome grandfather. I'm 40 now. James is 15. Damn, I'm gonna be somebody's handsome grandfather at like 43, 45. I'm gonna be a cool guy. Wow. Real. She a dog, I'm a dog too. They better not. That's why I gotta get my kids back. Because I can't be having no grandkids at no 43. Bro, I don't even want to. 43 Landon will be, but Landon will be 12? Hell no. 12 with a nephew that he's going to be watching in his own house. Look at, I'm going to get out of here. I said everything that I could say. I'm going to draw this picture. Look at, draw this picture of the landlord playing baseball with she said, oh, you want to play? You want to play ball? Look, she got on my necklace. You see my necklace? She got a lollipop because you can't be mad while sucking on a lollipop. I got to put the clothes on her. Yeah. Good night. Yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Tea in the morning. Good evening, guys.